We're celebrating National Nutrition Week right here on ET Now, and it seems like the FMCG industry as well is taking cognizance of this. They are riding on the healthy trend, and that's what we want to discuss with FMCG behemoth ITC. We've got Hemant Malik, who's the Executive Director of ITC, now joining in. Thank you so much for taking time out. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys are taking or helping people take health into their own hands. There's a millet range that you guys have launched, the Mission Millets, back in the year 2003, January. Any new offerings, any lineup that you can share with us that you have within the healthy space, and how has this been faring? Have consumers taken to it, or is it still very niche and not enough awareness, you think?
Good morning, and thank you very much for getting me here on this National the Nutrition Week as you're celebrating, and the Poshan Ma that as the whole country is celebrating. You put in a lot of questions straight away. If I were to look at from a trend perspective, I think COVID was a big shift, and post-COVID we are seeing much higher awareness amongst consumers regarding to health. We find interest in gut, and therefore fiber starts playing a big role. We see interest in protein. Of course, areas in terms of sugar control and all those areas are always there. Specifically on millets, I think ITC took a significant initiative in the International Year of Millets, because we felt we are the one corporate which encompasses the entire value chain as far as millets is concerned. Starting from our agri base of being able to develop the millet growth in the country. The second was in terms of creating awareness about the positives of millets. What are the value, the positives are on many ends, not only in terms of health, but also in terms of sustainability. And we actually launched a wide range of products. We almost launched about 20 different products with millets across the portfolio that we have. And as ITC, we are one of the largest portfolio of products. So we have atta with millets.
That's good to know. And just curious a little bit, more when it comes to pricing, because I'm just taking it a little bit holistically. As compared with, for example, Amul's organic range, some of the products of ITC are a little more pricey. What would be the outlook when it comes to pricing trends? Because of course it differs. You guys have cheaper than some of your peers when it comes to some of the other product categories. Is there any change in strategy when it comes to pricing that you will be looking at for individual products or across the board? Oh, I think
if you're giving a little value addition, you will need to charge a little bit, right?
No, of
because
course.
It does cost. There are consumers at every segment. They're looking for options.
About pricing.
So I was talking about pricing, and I did say that if you want to add value to the product, you need to add if there's value add, there will be some pricing power to it. But what I also want to talk about from a premium range perspective that we are recently introducing is we are targeting for the 45 plus. We believe there are no brands in the market which are focusing for pro-aging. And as people age, there are changes that happens in your metabolism, whether it is gut, whether it is energy, whether it is strength. And we have launched a range of products under the brand Right Shift, which will cover a lot of oats and millets, and it's a combination of oats and millet that's come in. There are upma, there are cookies, there are snacks, and a whole portfolio. And of course, these are, to answer your question, these are premium priced because we believe this consumer is looking for the right product, which they can actually go and buy, and nobody better than us to come and present it to the consumers.
All right, a very good morning, Mr. Malik. This is Shrishti also joining in. So far that you have the ghee, pulses and spices under the organic range, but what we see with your peers, they are also announcing launches of organic jaggery and now even coffee. So do you also plan to follow the suit and expand the product basket here?
So I think organic is important. We believe in that. We are today the largest seller of organic atta because that comes in from my Ashirwad portfolio. We also have a range of organic pulses and organic ghee. As far as the other range are concerned, we are constantly looking at that space But the bulk of the business does happen in the, we have a range of spices ready. We can bring it to the market anytime that we want to. We are studying, you mentioned jaggery. So we are studying many of the other spaces, and, we'll see what happens in the next few months.
All right. So what portion of the R&D budget is dedicated to enhancing products with health benefits, and how does this align with your overall innovation strategy?
I think for ITC, product has been the key for success in the market. And our Life Science and Technology Center in Bangalore, along with the product development team, we introduce almost 100 new products every year. I don't think there is any other company who's the capacity to introduce so many products. And in each of those spaces, we always look at what are the differentiation that we bring in. And health, of course, we have made a commitment, in fact, that 90% of our product will have goodness of protein, and 75% of our products will have goodness of fiber. We have our own nutrition profiling system. So any new product that gets launched goes through the nutrition profiling system to say that it is meeting the benchmark. I would also like to share that ATNI, which is the Access to Nutrition Initiative, a global initiative which benchmarks company on their efforts towards nutrition and health. ITC, across 20 top food companies in India, scored #1. So we have very clear policies and plans and products, and product portfolio is a very large part of the assessment.
All right, and also, Mr. Malik, during your Q1 earnings, your agri-business was a positive surprise indeed. Now, the growth was primarily driven by the value-added agri products. What's the growth strategy on that particular front, and can we expect to see more such surprises from the agri-business?
Well, I can't comment in terms of surprises or not, but I think the strategies are very clear for the organization. We are very focused in terms of building the value-added portfolio, including in our agribusiness, and I'm sure our strategy will, show fruition.
Okay, and there's also the new product line called Right Shift that you guys flagged off in the AGM. I believe that's nutrition for people above the age of 45, a very overlooked segment, I'd say. Can you tell us a little bit more about this product line?
So as I mentioned, Right Shift is targeted to people 45 plus. We did a lot of study across almost 4,000 people to see what are the challenges that face. The reality is that post 30, each of the muscle mass reduces by 3 to 5% every decade. And post 40, the bone density comes down by 5 to 10% every decade. And there are no brands right now which are actually creating solution for this 45 plus. So we felt it was a vacant segment. We've got very positive response after the launch. And what we are doing is we have a portfolio of products. So we have a base of millets and oats upma, millets and oats dalia. We have cookies, which are, and the philosophy that we followed for developing this product was what we call control, alt, delete. What are the items that we can control? So when you look at in terms of control the amount of salt that you're going to put in, control the amount of sodium that goes in, control the amount of fat that can go in, what is it that you create an alternative for? So alternative was, instead of sugar, do I put jaggery? And what are the things that we absolutely want to delete, that such things will not be there in these products? So this control or delete is a philosophy with which we have launched this range of products. And we believe there is an audience. It's all about pro-aging. Today, when you are at 45, 50, 55, you are as youthful as ever. And you're looking for the right nutrition that can help you. And Right Shift is a shift that we are encouraging people to make with us.
Apologies, you had, of course, flagged that off, but I love the strategy that you shared with us about control, alt, delete. That is pretty interesting as well. And the maize category, I'm assuming as well, has taken off quite well. Can you flag off a little bit more and just talk long term as to what the endeavor is for ITC, looking at more healthy products and wellness, and what the long-term game plan is as well?
So I think, the way we look at healthy products, first of all, what is healthy and what is not healthy. Healthy is also about having a healthy diet during the day. But in each of our portfolio, there is a range that we are creating. So when I look at the Ashirvad portfolio, we believe it solves the challenge of digestion and therefore fiber. And we have launched a range of our we support our concept called Happy Tummy. And our multigrain atta, which is rich in fiber, is a big proponent towards that, encouraging people that why fiber is good for you, for your gut, and gut is becoming an important trend area as I did talk about it. We have a sugar release control atta. We have now we are going to be launching we already have launched a gluten-free range. We have ragi flour. We have also looked at a multi-millet mix batter, because what we found was that people didn't know how to use millets. So we actually crafted a multi-millet which you can add either to your roti or to your dosa or your idli, and you can get the benefit of millets in your diet. Similarly, when we look at our cookies range, so we talked about the ragi cookies, we're talking about digestive cookie. When we look at snacking, we are very soon going to be launching this whole range of pop chips, which is which are not fried, which are mostly baked and popped. And so therefore in every portfolio, there is a range that comes in from a health perspective.
All right, good to know. Thank you for joining in. And here's to becoming healthier as a nation with a company like ITC, of course, taking so many initiatives with the Right Shift products. All right.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.